50 years ago, a small group of activists came up with an innovative idea: a walk for hunger.
It was the first of its kind, like the idea that people could get out and really actually not only raise awareness about hunger, but then do something as a community. It was really, really powerful.
Well, I've been doing a walk for over 25 years.
It touched my heart really deeply because I could never imagine my own children being hungry.
The community's great, it's for a great cause.
The walk was really revolutionary. It wasn't just organizations asking for money, it was people asking their friends and family.
It's multi-age, it's multiracial, it's very uplifting.
That small group of hunger activists eventually founded their own nonprofit organization. Project Bread was born, and innovation is in its DNA.
Project Bread is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Without Project Bread, we would not have made the progress that we've made in Massachusetts toward ending hunger.
Project Bread has been at the forefront of innovation in anti-hunger solutions since it first started. The Walk for Hunger was the first pledge walk in the country. It was the first time people came together, took to the streets, and raised money to support anti-hunger programs throughout the state. We were the first organization to have a hotline for individuals to call.
We get over 100 calls a day. Since 1985, actually, the hotline has responded to over 1 million calls.
Project Bread has been at the forefront of exciting research.
Hunger is really a complex problem. There is not one simple solution. What Project Bread has been able to do is to bring people together from different areas to work on that problem.
Working with researchers at Mass General, Project Bread proved that hunger can sabotage a student's education.
There's some really significant consequences from missing breakfast. We worked with Project Bread to create the Universal Breakfast Program. And as a result of that, today, over 180,000 children have breakfast every day in schools in Massachusetts.
One of the things that I love about Project Bread's model is that we have staff that are in communities throughout the state. We've got outreach workers that work in schools throughout the state. We've got staff working in community health centers. We're able to identify the trends, the barriers, the issues, and then put forth recommendations either at the community level, at the school level, or at the state or federal level.
Project Bread was among the first and loudest voices nationally to address hunger as a public health issue.
The cost of living is rising everywhere, but certainly in Massachusetts. The populations that we're working with are probably not the populations that people assume. Now we're really talking about seniors, working families with young children. Veterans are coming up more and more. It would benefit all of us if they're getting decent meals.
Project Bread partnered with healthcare professionals to create a program allowing doctors to write prescriptions for food for hungry children.
Nobody looks food insecure. There's a massive opportunity here to be able to ask about food insecurity, which directly impacts physical and mental health. And then I can send them to Project Bread, and I know that it's going to be addressed.
Project Bread has also been a leader in improving the quality of school food across the state, emphasizing farm-to-school procurement and initiating the popular Chefs in School program.
Underlying all of our work was the thought that kids won't eat healthy foods. Turns out kids will eat it, and not only that, they'll eat more than what they were eating before.
One of the ways in which Project Bread has been so effective is through its ability to build collaborations and coalitions with others in the Commonwealth who also have a similar mission.
50 years after the first walk, Massachusetts residents will walk for hunger. But Project Bread's work is much more than one day of action. Its most important work is still ahead of it.
Project Bread brings us together and they remind us what community is. And, you know, as a community, we need to end hunger.
The walk was started by citizens who recognized that there was hunger in their community and decided, well, what should we do about it? And, you know, let's take to the streets.
I think Patrick would be amazed at what it has become and what it means to the city and to the country and the gazillions of walks that it spawned. Kind of unbelievable.